Right now at 5:30, a young man is behind bars charged with firing shots at someone near a Lexington park. We'll have the latest developments on the case. And police may be close to cracking, the case of some stolen bourbon. We'll tell you all about the new tips in the Pappy Van Winkle case. And Lexington parents wondering where their kids will be going to school. They may be finally able to get some answers today. A rezoning committee has finalized maps for school attendance zones.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Welcome in. Hope you're having a fabulous start to your day. I'm Rebecca Smith, and it's pretty rainy out there, needless to say, so you'll have to take that umbrella or maybe a rain slicker, poncho, what have you. Right, Micah?
Yeah, that's what it looks like, because as we continue to go through the next several hours, this rain is not moving anytime soon. Really have to get into the afternoon to watch this diminish from west to east. So there is some time to kind of push this rain on out. The heaviest bulk is really along 64 and south of that. So south of Lexington, off into Richmond and also Danville, that's where it's slowly migrating southbound. Northern zones, Frankfort, not so much rain. You're still getting some, but not as much. It's south of Lexington. Off into Somerset, heads up. It's going to be a way go out at 127 and 27. High Rogers Parkway, Mountain Parkway. I mean, you name it, really, south of I-64. It is wet this morning. 50s and 60s outside. We're at 64 now in Laurel County. 24-hour planner. Here's your look. We're at 60 degrees by the afternoon as those showers move on out. I don't know if we'll actually see some peaks of sunshine, but still, it's going to be an ugly day. Off into the night and into tomorrow morning, that's when we start to see some things dry out, just for the moment, as we pick up a few more chances of rain later on that day. Now, I'll show you off towards your weekend, even though we're here at Tuesday, I get it. But your weekend still has chances of rain. I mean, each and every single day. Your 7-day comes up in about 10 minutes.
Well, new this morning, a Lexington man is behind bars after police say he fired shots at someone just blocks away from a city park. Police say this happened right outside the Shoppers Choice Market on Georgetown Street near Douglas Park. This actually happened last month, but WKYT's Mark Barber is live from District Court with some latest developments in the case. Good morning.
Good morning, Rebecca. That's right. The shooting happened last month, which is when police say Tyler Mack fired shots at a person who was holding a gun near a convenience store that was there on Georgetown Street. Now, police say that those bullets missed the intended target and nearly hit two people who were driving by. Now, police say that fortunately those two people were not hurt. We were told that they were both in a van. Now, according to an arrest warrant, when officers got to the store there on Glen Arvin, the shooter was gone, leaving behind multiple shell casings. We're told it took detectives some time to learn the identity of the shooter because surveillance video in the area had some technical issues. However, when they fixed the problem, detectives sent a picture of the shooter to the police gang resource unit, who then identified the shooter as Tyler Mack. The 21-year-old was arrested yesterday. We've learned from court records that he was in jail just 2 months ago. Back in February, Mack was arrested and charged with receiving stolen property and first-degree drug possession. He posted bond the next day. According to court documents, a domestic violence case was also filed against him just 4 weeks ago. Mack is now charged with wanton endangerment, carrying a concealed deadly weapon, and criminal mischief. The 21-year-old will be arraigned later today. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Thanks so much, Mark. Try to stay dry out there. Well, 6 families are without a place to live because of a very large fire at a Nicholasville apartment building. The fire started about 5 o'clock yesterday on Buford Place off South Main Street. It may have started around a stove area. Witnesses tell us that a man who lives in the complex had to jump from his window.
I heard glass break, and when I heard the glass break, I looked outside. I heard somebody say fire, and when I looked outside, I noticed there was flames coming from across the apartment.
Firefighters say no one was injured, but they do think a cat may have died who was in one of those apartments. Investigators could be closer to solving the case of some rare and stolen bourbon. The Franklin County Sheriff's Office says in 2013, 65 cases of Pappy Van Winkle were stolen from Buffalo Trace Distillery. The bourbon was worth tens of thousands of dollars. The sheriff says there have been new tips in the last few days, and indictments could be coming down soon.
And I've had 3 detectives over the last month work this case. So they've made some tremendous progress, and they've done a fantastic job, and I'm really proud of them.
Last month, the Franklin County Sheriff's Office arrested Gilbert Kurtzinger for stolen Wild Turkey bourbon barrels. He worked for Buffalo Trace. They're trying to figure out if this is linked to the Pappy Van Winkle theft at all. Well, Lexington parents are wondering where their children will be going to school, and they may be able to get some answers today. The school rezoning committee has finalized maps for school attendance zones, and parents can gather to discuss those plans at a meeting tonight. WKYT's Sean Moody is live in Lexington with a look at some of the proposed plans. Sean, what can you tell us about these?
Good morning, Rebecca. If the school board approves these draft plans, they'll affect students at elementary, middle, and high schools across Lexington. This has been in the works for about a year. The school board will present the new rezoning plan tonight from 6 to 8 here at the district office on East Main Street. They'll also post maps of the new zones on their website. At tonight's meeting, school board officials want parents to talk about any concerns or ask questions that they have. The rezoning committee says it won't revisit any of its decisions, but they say they want the board to hear the public's concerns because the decision will rest with them. Now, if the school board approves these new zones, they'll go into effect in a couple of phases over the next few years. Elementary schools would change for the 2016-2017 school year. Middle and high school zones would change for the 2017-2018 school year. Now, those dates are dependent upon new schools being built in time for those school years. Live in Lexington, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Well, a Bell County man faces charges this morning after police say he tried to kidnap a 3-year-old boy. Pineville police arrested 39-year-old Ricky Johnson Sunday night. They say he got into an argument with the boy's mother, and at one point they say Johnson grabbed the boy and put him in his truck and tried to drive off. But police say a neighbor kept Johnson from leaving. The boy was not injured. His mother calls what happened the scariest moment of her life.
I mean, I've cried. I've not slept. I've been up all night. And I've cried my eyes out till I can't cry no more thinking about it, although I know he's okay, but it's still in my mind.
Police say they are not sure why Johnson tried to drive off with the child. He's been charged with attempted kidnapping. 2 conversations recorded in the immediate aftermath of a deadly police shooting in South Carolina emerged yesterday. The voice of Michael Slager, the officer, can be heard in both. The former North Charleston police officer is now charged with murder and the death of 50-year-old Walter Scott. Martin Savage has the latest.
Caught on tape, conversations between Michael Slager and another North Charleston police officer, in which Slager can be heard laughing shortly after shooting Walter Scott to death. The audio discovered in dashcam video taken from Slager's patrol car and the cameras of other responding officers. First, we hear Slager getting a phone call from someone, possibly his wife.
Hey, everything's okay, okay? I just shot somebody. Yeah, everything's okay.
In the same call, Slager describes what he says happened. The audio ends in static, but not before Slager delivers the explanation many have found questionable. The dash cameras also recorded another conversation that appears to be between Slager and an unidentified officer on scene, possibly a supervisor.
I'm good.
The sound becomes inaudible, but 41 seconds later, Slager's voice returns.
I just called my wife.
Then Slager asks the unidentified officer a question.
What happens next?
Well, you're here. I'm sure Sled will be on the way. We'll get you up to headquarters. We'll get you up there. We'll probably, once we get you there, we'll let you take your crap off, take your vest off, just kind of relax with this.
Yeah. There's a few seconds break, then the unidentified officer continues.
Once they get here, it'll be real quick. They're going to tell you you're going to be off for a couple of days, and we'll come back and interview you then. They're not going to ask you any kind of questions right now.
Okay.
They'll take your weapon, and we'll go from there. That's pretty much it. They're going to probably wait. The last one we had, they waited a couple of days to interview, official interview, like sit down and say what happened. Well, probably when you get home, probably be a good idea to kind of jot down your thoughts of what happened.
Okay.
You know, what your adrenaline quits pumping and stuff.
Yeah, pumping.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
To some, the laugh is just the release after a stressful situation. To others, it sounds like a killer too comfortable with another man's death.
Well, police in Pulaski County have rounded up dozens of suspected drug dealers. The Pulaski County grand jury recently indicted 47 people on drugs charges. Police say they arrested about 30 of them yesterday. All of the suspects either had drugs on them or had sold them to undercover officers.
A lot of hydrocodone, Percocet, things of that sort, but we're also starting to see some.
Police say they're working on arresting the drug suppliers and drug makers next. While many of those arrested were charged because of opiates, police say some of them face meth-related charges. In western Kentucky, police arrested a man after a bizarre, let's just say, chase. Owensboro police officers say Robert Morris Jr. tried to escape police on a horse. This is Gold, the horse Morris tried to escape with. Police officers say Morris was wanted on several warrants. He took off on Gold and rode through a couple of neighborhoods before he jumped off that horse and tried to run away, but officers quickly caught up to him. A third Republican has officially entered the race now for president. Florida Senator Marco Rubio said he's running for the White House because he says he's uniquely qualified to lead the country into the future. Fellow Republican Senators Rand Paul of Kentucky and Ted Cruz of Texas have also officially entered the race. Democrat Hillary Clinton announced on Sunday that she is running as well. 5:40 is the time. Let's hope you're having a fabulous start to your day. Let's get a check of live drive traffic and see what is happening. The road's a little wet, of course, because of the rain. Nicholasville and Alumni looking good for you there. No issues to report around town at this point. There's still a whole lot more to come, including this. Maybe you've heard about a horse-drawn carriage, but what about a horse-drawn library? I'll show you how some kids in Argentina bringing knowledge to others in a very unique way in a few minutes.
Yeah, that's kind of cool right there. I like that. First Alert Defender Live radar. This is not cool. A lot of rain out there with that flood watch in effect for most zones, especially where you are seeing that rain. 1 to 3 inches expected once it's all said and done. Do we have any flood warnings? I'll show you that when it moves on out. Coming up.